check that out. So I already have like some at this level, and then I have some at this level, and then I have some at the starting level. Oh, look at that, that's weird. Okay, three of them. Okay, I promise that wasn't on purpose. Something's going on here. 3 is the best number, and then I have one here, so there's 10 total. I always kind of start with 10 when I'm doing just like whatever I want, like not something that was requested by somebody personally, or trying new colors or whatever, because I feel like 10 is a good round number for like a smaller set, and so that I could, you know, give it to somebody or whatever, so it's just not sitting in my closet or something. So this was a set. Hey guys, I filmed so much of me making different dreads and stuff just to like put in this video, and I can't find the footage. And I noticed the other day that my camera will randomly stop recording, and I have no idea why. Like, it'll just decide to stop. Like, it'll record for like a second and then stop, or more. So I don't know why that is. It doesn't say like storage running out or anything like that I can think of. So it seems to be working right now. So I'm going to refilm, which is okay, because actually explaining it while I'm doing it, I feel like I do better than trying to do a voiceover. So since I finally have a quiet moment here in quarantine, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's do it. I'm gonna show you how I'm making dreads from Jinglong and Hinglong fiber. Enjoy. Okay, so hopefully you can see I have to use a different camera, phone camera. I have to use a different phone camera because mine won't work for some reason. Don't look at me. Don't look at me while I'm talking to myself. So 3 of them are to the blue as far as they've gotten. 3 of them are to the light brown as far as they've gotten. And then 3 of them are dark brown. And then 1 hasn't been dreaded yet. That wasn't on purpose, but it is like the most perfect place to start to show you guys. So I'm gonna start on this one, and I'm gonna show you with the Hinglong light brown fiber. What I've done is I've blended this dark brown with the light brown Hinglong fiber so that it would make a softer gradient instead of just being like dark brown, hiya, light brown, hiya, light blue, hiya, hiya, hiya. Instead it'd be like light brown, slightly dark brown to light brown, softness. Okay, let's get started here. I'll put this on here. I've already done videos showing how to do this part. It's kind of like fan out the hair and then go through the middle. That way this fanned out hair lays over the top of the hair I'm adding when I dread, and it'll be a little bit easier to blend it all together that way. You can also like do this, but do it in like smaller pieces in different spots, going different directions. I can do a video on that too eventually. Anyways, I'm gonna backcomb this. I don't really backcomb a ton or very like densely, just enough to get a little bit of thickness in there to match up with the dread and to get something to grab onto. This is my 3-head hook. I broke it. Has served me well. Still works okay as 2 hook, but I wish it was 3. I'm gonna go in here. Pull the hair from the new area up into the old area and somewhat in the in-between area where it seems not very much hair. pulling it up from the bottom through the middle. I'm always going up through the middle like this. So that way I don't get a super wrappy texture. If you want a more wrappy texture, you can go from the side. I'm just pulling it from down here up here until the in between where they meet feels more even, not like it's missing something, like a dent, a little skinny part. And it's okay if it's like slightly too thick. It's better than being too thin because I can even out the thickness. Just want to get all that hair up in there and work it in. Okay, that's pretty okay. It's a little bit inward right here. It's like thick, and then a little bit skinny right here, so I'm gonna pull more up. Not even wrapping it right now, I'm just pulling it up from the bottom into the top. And then I'll wrap it around that little thin spot to make it thicker. And if I want to do detail work, I grab a single one. It's the kind that I sell. It's the one I'm still using right now that I bent. But it looks like I'll have to use one of the ones I sell pretty soon. Place it. I've had this one for a long time. I've had both of my hooks for quite a long time. I only recently, like the other day, broke my 3-headed hook. So now I gotta fix it. I'm just working through the dread, grabbing all the little hairs and pulling them in. I always go from up and down again. So I grab the hairs with my thumb and my index, kind of like slide it and grab them. Then I pull it in. I just work my way through. You can turn the dread so you get in different sides, different directions, give you a more even look, texture. Hopefully you can hear me over the lawnmower. Lawnmowers. I think there's more than one. Okay, now the brown is attached. There we go. Nice and easy. You just keep going. Okay, and then let's attach a blue. We'll attach a blue next. We'll do both. This is just the one braid of blue that I folded in half to make it this huge. Off of there, and these are just old hangers that came with curtains. When you buy curtains like from Walmart or whatever, they like come on little hangers like this, and the hangers can open on one corner, so I just found it nice to hold hair with. And I'm just gonna put this right here. Yeah, so I just use those hangers to put hair on that I'm not currently using. Like right now I have some copper hair slung on one. Alright, so we're gonna do this one. I'm just gonna go through the fanned out middle again. Where it's dense, not where it's loose, because you want it to stay up against the dread. You don't want it to slide down. Really takes like no effort to back comb either of these fibers. See how it's like really thin right here? Let me see if I could show you. So right there, it's really thin because it slid down a little. So I'm just gonna pull it into that, make that thicker. That's just gonna become part of the dread where they meet up. And I'm just gonna pull the hair through that. So now it looks like that. I'll just pull this all down to add to the thickness of that area. Look all gross because I was gardening today. I did wash them, but creases. Oh, and I was painting too. Painting some pillows. If that makes any sense to say without context. And I wonder if you can hear anything I'm saying because of the lawnmower. It's like I finally get some quiet time to finally finish this video, and then there's lawnmowers. I broke my favorite 3-head hook. That's just paint. And so you can tell by how like nice and even these ones are, and then you come over here and there's like little spots. You can tell that I'm using a hook I'm not used to. That's okay, I can clean those up later, but yeah, it goes from like really nice and even and straight to slightly bumpy, not too bad. And I'm probably gonna lose this guy soon. Had this one for a really long time. But look, it's bent. I find that only happens when I'm not really paying attention and I'm going quite fast. Right now I'm using this 2-head that I sell, and it says it's 50. And this one says it's 60, but then when you like hold them next to each other, clearly the 60 looks smaller than the 50. I'm just kind of like, what that is. I'll figure out what that is because I didn't know that.